everyone, I'm Edith Widayani and I'm a professional pianist, and today I am going to be reviewing a baby grand by Irmler. The series is F160E. Why the 160E? That E at the end is actually refers to the fact that this particular Irmler baby grand is actually built in Europe, and not just anywhere in Europe. This one is actually manufactured in Germany itself. So there are a couple of different factories that Irmler has. They outsource also to Asia, but the Europe one, they have a couple of factories as well, but this one is the one that is exactly from Germany. So it's not the one from Poland, or it's not the one from other countries. It's actually the one that is straight from Germany itself. The reason why Germany is very important is because Irmler is actually the kind of like the son, or the, I guess the cousin, if you want to think of it that way, of Blüthner. So it's actually owned by Blüthner, and this is kind of like its second line, like Blüthner's second line. So which is wise, is like it still has all of the qualities that Blüthner has, but obviously with like it's the biggest bang for your buck. Basically, it comes at an unbeatable value because of this. So this is, I think personally, I think this is one of probably the best first grand piano that you can own, like both as I want to say as a intermediate to like advanced students, but it's still also good for professionals because of its capability. And I think just in general, like the sound quality of the instrument itself is very, very nice. It has that roundness that Blüthner is known for, and European build of the piano is usually a little bit more warm in tone. So, and then the thing is like also it's very even throughout all the ranges. The bass resonates quite a while, and this is also a new piano, but I think the more that you play it, the more that it actually is going to open up. But basically the piano is really, really nice. It has a good basic sound. So even with a small package, like this is only 160 centimeter, so it's not very long. It's one of the smallest one actually, but it actually packed quite a punch. The sound itself that it can actually gather is pretty powerful. And so I think it's always nice to have the instrument that can gives you that capability, especially when you're using it mostly at home. I think this is the perfect size for the ones that you have to practice at home. What is also nice about this Irmler is just the fact that it has potential. And what do I mean by that potential? The thing is like when we're buying pianos, we don't only want the pianos that we can use right now. Of course, we want to be able to use it right now, but as we develop as musicians, I think it's always important for us to have an instrument that can grow with us, that can inspire us. So then the thing is, it's like sometimes when we're talking about this type of pianos, when younger students, for example, it's just like we want to talk about more phrasing, more color, more dynamics, more articulations, more differentiation between sound. It's usually kind of difficult if you're still doing it on, let's say, like a subpar piano, or like something that doesn't even give you the capability to actually experiment with this type of stuff. And then the thing is like what's nice about this is like it's actually pretty affordable. It's actually on the lower end in terms of price scale, but then at the same time it's like it actually gives you that qualities, like the qualities that you can develop as you go on. And then so in my mind, it's nice because of that. So then the piano has the potential that can make you grow more as a musician. So let's say that you're an intermediate or an advanced student and then you're playing a Chopin waltz, for example. It's just like, it's nice to have this possibility of just like sound, because you have this. You have this kind of like bright, open, brilliant sound. But then like in the middle section, for example, then you have something that's a little bit more subdued. So for example, something like that, it has a completely different character, but sometimes your piano can do that and sometimes it cannot. And then of course it's just like when you're starting to learn and then you're still playing, then maybe this is not something of concern. Like you can still be very, very happy with an upright. But once you're starting to think about moving into the grand piano, just because like you get into a higher level or you want to do something more, I think this is like the biggest bang for your buck. In terms of soundboards and everything, it's still very nice quality, made exactly the way that Blüthner tradition is. So then it's still within the design and within the quality control that we have with Blüthner. It's just that this is definitely more mass produced, so then that's why the price point is a little bit lower. But I think for what you can get at, with this instrument, I think it has a lot to offer. So of course, when we're talking about piano and studying and all of this type of stuff, you want a piano that can also like easily move to like in different eras. So I did the Chopin example, but maybe if we want to talk about like, maybe let's say like Beethoven, it's still nice. It also still has a nice sound for Beethoven. It has that cleanliness that I feel a lot of the other pianos probably is lacking, but it's not only about that, but it's that round sound. It's just like it has that depth in the sound. So let's say Beethoven. Something like that. It still has that lightness that you get from the instrument itself, but if you're also doing something that's a little bit more resonant, that also happens, that it can also gives you that power, just like the Chopin. So yeah, so I think that's it for Irmler. But seriously, you should definitely consider it if you're looking for your first grand piano. I think it's a good instrument. It has a lot of musical capabilities and it can stay with you for a really, really long time. So think about it not only as the instrument for you right now, but because it can grow with you and inspire growth as a like for yourself as a musician. This instrument can stay with you for a really, really long time. So it will become an investment for you as well. So I hope you enjoyed this review. And come check out Irmler. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also check out our website, thegrandsignaturepiano.com. I look forward to see you in our next video.